Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
The Pragati Podcast with Pawan and Hamsini. They look at economics and politics. It sounds boring, but we're not sure if it really is. New episodes out on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcast from. All right, please note that the language and ideas presented on the show might not be suitable for everyone. If you're under 18, make sure your mom isn't around. If you're over 80, why is your mom around?
You're listening to Cyrus Says.
Okay, we've got on Cyrus Says. I'm so excited. VAIPA! But what the hell does it mean? I have no idea. We'll find out. His name is Vishaal Asrani, and he's got a play called, or musical called, The Little Mermaid. That's right. Something less than 1 foot tall will be on stage. The Little Mermaid.
Why follow your auntie's advice when you can follow Cyrus Says on Facebook and Twitter to stay updated about the latest shows?
Okay, it's called Cyrus Says, and we've had a terrible couple of weeks before recording this. Not because we listened to our own show, but because of the kind of rains we've had, the deluge. And you notice that a lot of people went out of their way to help other people. Strangers helping strangers. The good side of Indian culture, or humanity, if you want to put it that way. My point is, please help people. Give them lifts. Let them into your house when there's a deluge. Let them stay with you. But do one thing. Ask them for an Aadhaar card. Check the Aadhaar card. If you think that's okay, if you think they're a citizen, if you think, you've got the information, valid information, go ahead. Aadhaar card will keep you safe at night. Aadhaar for you, your mother, and your father. It's called Cyrus Says.
And that's what Cyrus Says.
Okay, Cyrus Says is the show, and today we've got lots of interesting people from the world of theatre, where people actually work. A very sleepy-looking Vishaal Asrani joins us. I suppose time of recording is noon or something, and it's just not his kind of time for some reason, but he'll wake up in the course of the show. And let me quickly meet our two actresses, and of course I know who they are. And right here I have the information, Maahi and Neelima. So
Hi.
Maahi first. Maahi.
Hi.
Say hello. Let me just tell you that for Vishaal, we have 7 pages of introduction, including his 1,000 books, 15 plays that he's written, 3,000 poems, and all the various NGOs that he's helped.
And all the arrests that have been made.
But Maahi Shah, we have 3 lines. This is sexism as far as I'm concerned. 3 lines. Maahi made her theatrical debut on the professional stage in the year 2012, where she acted in a Christmas musical. That's it. Then there's a little mention of The Wizard of Oz and The Little Mermaid, but not clear what your role is in either. So, Maahi, please tell us about yourself.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Maahi, and I've been with VAIPA for 10 years now.
And only 3 lines? You want to take this up with him now or later?
Later.
Okay, fair enough.
And I acted in my first professional play with The Magic of Christmas, where I was also playing one of the lead roles.
Okay.
And then...
Which is with Vishaal?
Vishaal, sir.
Yeah, okay. You call him Vishaal, sir?
Yes.
Why did they do that, Vishaal? I've been trying to establish that the
Cyrus,
sir word should...
unlike you, some of us went to school, love.
No, let me
we
explain.
were taught about calling people sir. And
Neelima,
miss.
we'll bring you in a second, but let me just explain my issue with sirs. Okay, I just think we should remove this from the lexicon completely.
I'd be happy to call
because
Mr. Asrani.
It's an egalitarian society. Why can't you just call you Vishaal? What's the big deal?
They could at this age, that's no problem. But I wouldn't want a 5-year-old calling me Vishaal.
I tell 5-year-olds if they call me uncle, I'll kick them in the mouth or their
Cyrus,
father in the mouth.
You need to grow up.
I hate the word uncle and I hate the word sir. And I'm telling you out there if you're listening, don't call anybody sir. We're in a democratic, egalitarian society. Unless you're in the army, there's no need to say sir. You can say sure, but that's just Bengali for sure. And that's totally different. Back to you. I interrupted Maahi, please. When you want to, just keep talking. So, you were first in The Last Christmas.
The Magic of Christmas.
The Magic of the
yeah.
Last Christmas. Because there won't be another one. Post Kim Jong-un's last experiment. Yeah. And you were what, a very young girl then? Because you're a very young girl now. So you were what?
I was
13,
13,
okay.
And I was in the 7th grade. And that was a really good experience.
Are you going to tell me everything that happened to you at the age of 13 is embodied now?
I loved acting, and then I took a break, and then I started again last year with them only, and with Wizard of Oz. And
what do you play in Wizard of Oz? I'm vaguely familiar with the play.
The good fairy. Her name was Glinda.
Glinda. I always wanted to be Glinda. Damn it. Did you get a song?
No.
Of course you did.
You've forgotten where you got a song.
I did.
Maahi, are you drinking?
Yeah.
This is the problem with theatre. They don't pay us, so we drink a lot. Are you drinking a lot? But you're underage, aren't you?
Yes.
But you're drinking?
No.
Okay. So what was the song?
I think it was The East Witch is Dead, where I was dancing in it.
E-switch is dead. It sounds so like Indian politics for some reason. All right, let's move quickly to Neelima. We've left her out. Neelima, you trained with Divya Palat as part of the IMPS?
Yes.
That's without a P, right? Workshops, and then graduated to starring on the professional stage for the past 4 years. Once again, only 3 lines.
Yeah, but
He gets 72 pages.
That's well deserved. He started much earlier.
Oh, it's an age thing. Fair enough. Okay, so quickly tell us about yourself. You were being credited with The Jury, Jack and the Beanstalk, Snow White, A Wicked Wazoo, Steals Christmas, and Cinderella. Am I right?
Yes, totally. And I'm a trained voice artist.
Mm-hmm.
And
can you do different voices?
I've done.
Can you do a gorilla in heat?
No, I would leave it for
I love
later.
a gorilla in heat. For me, that's a test for a voiceover artist. I want you to sound like a gorilla who really wants it. I'm a female gorilla, by the way. Male gorillas, well, most of us. So
Yeah, maybe we'll keep it for some time.
We'll do the experiment
Yes.
later. Sorry, I interrupted. And so, you started with Divya.
Yeah, I started with Divya. I did IMS.
Found she doesn't pay well. Moved to Vishaal.
It's perfectly all right. And then, yeah.
Be frank. This is a show where
No,
you have to be frank and open.
Of course, I'm being frank.
You've been the Wicked Wazoo. No, be frank.
Yeah. So it was a good experience overall. From IMS to VAIPA with Vishaal here, with all the costumes and all the characters that I've played. It's been an interesting journey.
Coming back to voiceovers, you do voiceovers as in for TV and radio and all that?
I was doing it, and then the theatre has kind of, consumed my
time.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough. So now we come back to the main man, the huge behemoth who sits next to us, the one and only Vishaal. And Vishaal, of course, where the hell is your 17 pages? I've brought it down to 2. Vishaal, we just have a quick introduction to you. Vishaal Asrani is, now you're younger than me, right?
I think so, Cyrus. I don't
So
look
I remember,
it, but I think I am.
Was it the CCI club? I'm trying to remember. As a
Bombay
young boy,
Gym.
Bombay Gym. I used to see him around, young boy. He used to come and put his tongue out, behind my back, that kind
I
of thing.
still do it.
Now he does it at the bar, and it means something else.
Really?
Vishaal Asrani, Institute of Performing Arts. So now tell us a little bit about yourself, Vishaal. You're one of the first guys to start us, before this comedy collective thing and these software houses that are mushrooming left, right, and center in the internet. There's also this theatre movement which has started in the last 5-10 years. But I think you're ahead of that. If memory serves me right, the only person I can see ahead of you is Shamak Davar with his whole dancing thing. But that's a different genre. So coming back, Vishaal Asrani, where did the idea come from? Tell us about the early days, quickly.
This was about 24 years ago when I started teaching.
Hold for music. We have to play the relevant music 24 years ago. Do we have anything?
That's
it. That was the tune in my head.
Ago,
Yeah.
And I started at home with just like 8 kids or 10 kids, working with them and training them for the Trinity College exams. And then it grew, and now we're up to about 200 kids in 5 different centres. We work with the Trinity College London, send up kids, and then we do professional shows with kids who are in the institute. So they work with us for 2 or 3 years. We train them to act, and then we put them on the professional stage.
And then do any of them go and do Indian Idol and those kind of shows and misbehave on television?
No,
Because I've seen some really terrible kids.
No, that is something that we don't subscribe to. I mean, there are
It's not their talent. Their talent is very
it's
good.
not the
They
talent
sing,
that I have an issue with. It's, it's what they make them do on those shows.
and what they say at the end, the pow doing that they do at the end.
Yeah, it just gets to me.
मैं आपसे बहुत प्यार करता हूँ. I really loves you and all that. I mean, who cares? You're 6.
No, seriously.
Some children really should be hit. Sometimes you think, this
I think it's
physical
the
violence is
parents
not a
more
bad
than
thing.
the kids. I mean, they've been told to do it.
I've been saying it. Beat the children and the parents together. Which school listens? I think it'll really help. Okay, it's written here I love all these. I know you guys don't do it yourselves, but it says you collaborated with Sharon Prabhakar, Anup Jalota.
Yeah.
What was that about?
I learned Indian classical singing from
What
him
do
for
you?
15 years.
I don't believe it. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not believe that Vishaal Asrani can
I
sing
am not going to prove
Hindustani,
it, so-
Hindustani classical.
Hindustani.
Wait, will you do a little bit for us?
Not today.
Then how do we
Not
know?
in
How do we
truth
understand
like
the truth?
The next time we meet at the bar, I'll
No,
sing
sir.
for you,
No, sir.
Cyrus.
No, at the bar, anyone can do Hindustani classical.
That
After 5
bitch.
podcasts, either Kishori Amomkar herself comes out of me. What are you saying?
Nonsense.
Come on, please.
Not at all, Cyrus.
One line.
I'm down with the flu.
Oh, what the hell? I've got herpes. Sorry,
It shows, Cyrus, I can
ladies.
see it.
Sorry about that. Come on. One line. Did you say off with a word before that?
I said fudge off.
Fudge off. Okay, I won't force you.
you.
Alec Padamsi, Rayal Padamsi, Mahabanu Mori, then Durga Jasraj, also singer actress.
Yes, we did a play called The Light Has Come to Me, which was
she
done.
acted?
No, she didn't act. She was directing it.
Oh.
With Tom Alter and with Swati Piramal.
My God, you've gone through the entire roster. Okay, so now let's quickly get to where we are. To understand quickly, Maahi, you're a young actress on the way up. And basically your body of work is just 3 or 4 plays, but you're here to stay. Neelima, on the other hand, you're a voiceover artist as well, and you've done lots of plays, and you're now also in this one. And Vishaal, of course, you've started your own institute. You're like one of those icons now in the theatre, and you've got a whole troupe and a whole body of work. And now we come to what's on right now, which is The Little Mermaid. So tell us a little bit about that.
The Little Mermaid is a Broadway-style musical that we're doing. We've got 4 shows happening. 2 at Sophia on the 22nd and the 23rd of September. It's directed by my partner Gigi and I. And
who was supposed to be here? Gigi was supposed to be here.
Gigi's in school, impressioning young minds. Not to be called really. Sir and not to say miss.
Yes.
Right, Cyrus?
Yes.
Are you happy now?
I'm much happier. Gigi, well done.
Yes.
So, what kind of guy calls himself Gigi? But that's another story.
Yeah, seriously, that's a whole new story.
Hey, that's a musical, Gigi, as far as I remember.
Is it?
It is.
I haven't watched that one.
All right, moving back to Little Mermaid.
Yes.
I have a problem with the word little, but anyway, we'll get to it. So is it funny? Is it...
It's our own take on it. It's basically Hans Christian Andersen's story. Very, very far different from the Disney version. We've got original music. We've tied up with the Trinity College London, who's supporting us for this. And
supporting us in?
I mean, they've come on as a brand ambassador. So they're working together with us, promoting good theatre is what they think good theatre is, because we've watched a lot of kids' plays in the past few years, and they shouldn't be there. They really shouldn't be there.
Just point
Don't
to
edit
note.
that out, please.
No, point to note. Dear thespians, your kid theatre is rubbish, huh?
True. And
but the jokes apart, there's a big thing there, not just in theatre, even films or ads or whatever. Kids who don't act well, or it's just the most irritating thing. I don't know why people don't voice that enough. It's like when you go to a school production and, you're looking at your kid as a mother or father, and then, you're not really interested in the others. And if they aren't good, it's really the worst place to be, because everybody's only interested in their own kid, and the whole production is crap,
you have to sit through 2 hours of rubbish to watch 2 minutes
clap.
of your kid.
You're doing the acting. You're the actor
and
there.
You have to go up and say, what a brilliant show.
Your child has got so much potential. And the child is the worst thing you've ever seen since your shoe. I mean,
exactly.
Really. Amazing.
So, there are so many parents who come to us and say, do you think my child's ever going to make it? I said, in the next lifetime, maybe, not now.
But are these the ones you're training?
No. These are the ones who leave the institute.
Okay, all right. Okay, back to Little Mermaid. So, genre?
Musical. Mm-hmm. So it's basically what you see on...
Maahi is the lead?
Maahi is one of the leads, yes. We've got another
Who's the mermaid?
The mermaid is Maahi, and there's another mermaid.
Okay.
Tanisha Shroff. She's not here today because school wouldn't let her off. She's in grade 11.
Okay. Which school is this?
BD Somani.
Dear B. I know all the Somani family members. I will make sure this never happens again. You do not worry. I will cancel school, but Miss Shroff will be there at rehearsal. Yeah.
And so we've got 2 more shows at Bandra at Bal Gandharva Rang Mandir. And that's on the 7th and 8th. And we're also doing a special show for the NGOs, which is we're calling all the Angel Express kids, some kids from Akanksha, and giving them a show at 4:30 on the 8th of October. So they will come in, they will watch this, we will explain the whole show to them, give them a chance to witness this, and go back feeling happy with goodie bags.
Will they get popcorn as well?
That's what I just said, with goodie bags, with popcorn, with wafers, with fruity, with chocolates, all of it. Cyrus, you're invited
I'm pretty sure I'll be there myself, yeah. Right. Okay, before we take a quick break, you mentioned Sophia College, and since I have done a couple of plays in that damn Sophia lovely theatre, I must tell you that we have to not destroy it. We have to destroy it completely, because you can't park a car and you can't get in and out of that place. Mr. Asrani, I know you're thinking about the creatives, but think about everything else also sometimes. Think about the pain of the guy coming, the paying customer who goes in and he can't find his car, can't find his family. Sometimes that's a good thing.
Ola, Uber.
No, but even then, you have to reach to the foot and then you have to walk up.
Walk a little bit.
No, you can't. You don't. No.
Cyrus, come on.
2,000 rupees for the ticket and then you've got to walk on top of that. I mean, you feel like a fool.
We're
You feel like a
promoting good
failure.
health.
No. That's bad wealth, not good health. Bad wealth.
Bad wealth?
Is there something you want to say to Sophia authorities? Tell them to help us with this. Because when we were growing up, we didn't have that problem. Everybody has a car, Ola, Uber, whatever, and you just can't get in and out. Getting out, if it's a houseful show, and I'm sure your shows will be, is a nightmare.
It is.
So you have a good show and then everybody hates your show because they're stuck for 45 minutes.
True. Let's build more theatres. We won't have this problem.
Let's build more theatres. I think honestly we have too many schools. Let's tear down some schools. They're just wasting their time. Most of the kids will be failures anyway. And build some theatres.
And then we'll have no money as teachers because we get paid from schools. And then we can't do theatre. So
who came up with that stupid idea of tearing down schools? I say we keep the schools or we tear down clubs. There are plenty of clubs that don't make sense to me.
Yeah, we can all drink.
Have you heard of the Playmate Club? What is a Playmate Club?
No idea.
It's a club. It takes up space. Tear it down, build a theatre.
Okay, sounds good to me.
But while you're at it, there are a couple of buildings in Malba Hill which make no sense to me also. Maybe we can knock that off. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We're with Neelima, with Maahi, and with Vishaal.
Thank you.
Altogether, the show is called Little Mermaid, and it's on 23rd and 24th September.
22nd and 23rd.
Also 22nd and 23rd September.
And 7th and 8th October.
And 7th and 8th October
Right.
in Bandra.
Yes.
We'll come back.
Hello, I'm Sanjeev.
And I'm Tushar.
And this is the Rotomout Podcast, a weekly show where we talk about motors and motoring in India. Cars, bikes, rickshaws, buses, friends, familiars, and time pass.
Find us every week on the IVM podcast app or any other app you might use. Stuck in traffic? Put on Rotomouth. Taking a while in the loo? Rotomouth is there for you.
Dude, that sounded particularly disgusting.
Thank you. But seriously, catch Rotomouth every week.
All right, back here we've got Vishaal Asrani in the house, and he's got a new production called The Little Mermaid, which is his own mermaid. I want to ask a question. What exactly is a mermaid? See, because the tail is a fish and the top is a human, a woman, right? So what do you do? Do you do breaststroke, backstroke? What do you do when you're in the water? Maahi, you're the mermaid, so.
We do Heelys.
Yeah.
What the hell is a Heely, young man?
It's the shoes with one wheel on them, and it's under the skirt, so you don't see it, but she glides on stage, so she looks like she's swimming.
So mermaids can walk? I thought they can only swim. If they come
Well-
out, they can't do anything.
Well, that's what you need to
They
come
go
and
into
explore
coma.
and figure out when you come and watch the show.
Yeah.
No, Neelima says yeah, I'm right?
No, you need to come and watch the show to figure
I'll
it
come
out
in.
for yourself.
I'm coming with the NGO. I'm getting the free fruity. I'm in.
Or whatever, but
You say free fruity, I've already reached the door. I'm that keen. Yeah. Okay, VAIPA, Vishaal Asrani's Institute of Performing Arts gives us this production. Now tell us about the show itself. Go on. What's your take? You're the lead. What's it like? What are you doing?
We've been practicing a lot for the past few weeks now.
Is he directing it himself?
Yes, he is.
Is he a hard taskmaster? Taskmaster.
Yeah, he is.
Oh!
But
She
That was
hesitated.
a long pause, Maahi.
Yeah. But she decided to go with the honest truth.
Yes,
Yeah.
And I
much
think
better.
she's trying not to be
but at the
disrespectful.
end,
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a really good show, and we've been practicing really hard. And
Does
the
he shout?
dances.
Does he shout?
Scream,
Yes,
scream.
every
Scream?
day.
Yeah. Bad
Every
language and
single
all
day.
that.
No.
But loud voice.
Very loud.
And then do you lose your confidence? I've always found that a little odd because sometimes we shout at people. Remember the great Prahlad Kakkar at an ad film? He shouted at the female model, called her a cow and a buffalo and this and that. She cried for 4 hours, held up the shoot because she just wouldn't come out.
No, actually. Because every time he yells, we cry, and then it's a really good show or a really good next scene. It's always
What a
better.
bully you turned out to be, Vishaal. I remember this young kid in the background who used to drink a lot and smile a lot and make fun and sing and all that. What happened to that guy?
Those were the days. Gone now.
Now you're this evil teacher who screams and shouts at... look at her, she's so scared to tell me the truth.
No, this is the truth.
Does he beat?
No.
Does he throw his shoes? No. Huh?
Not at all.
Damn it. All right. So about the part. So what exactly is the role like? Is it a romantic role? Or?
Marina is
Marina, like the
Yeah.
beach in Chennai. Huh?
she is a very bubbly princess of the seas, and she's very adventurous. She always wants to go on these adventures, and it's her dream to go up on land. And then she meets her Prince Charming and falls in love.
But when you go on land, I'm getting technical here as a mermaid fan, do you walk?
Yes,
But I thought that's not possible. I thought the whole idea is that they can only live in water.
but that's when the magic comes in.
Oh, so there's magic as well.
Yeah.
So once you go, if you fall in love, you can walk. Is that it? Please guide us.
No, she falls in love after she goes on land. So she has like...
Where does she land? In Mumbai? I go back in the water like this. I'd be like, thank you, bye-bye. Where's it set?
Fantasyland.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
There's no space.
It's not a country close to you. Huh?
Nope.
not at all.
And who plays the male interest, lover, hero, whatever?
His name is Andy Hegre.
Andy Hegde. Is he famous? New discovery?
Not New Discovery. He's been doing some stuff with us for the past 4 or 5 years. He generally plays the prince in most of our productions.
So he's like me, doesn't work a lot.
Exactly.
Who gets shouted at more, Andy or you?
Andy.
Yeah?
Definitely.
When you're 35 years old and you start behaving like a 5-year-old, then you get shouted at.
You talking about Andy or me?
I was looking at you, Cyrus, because I said you'll identify with it instantly.
Neelima, what do you do in the play?
So I am the wicked witch whose love interest is the
Andy?
father of the mermaid, which is King Neptune.
This is the Ekta Kapoor serial or a film
No,
and play?
it's nowhere close to Ekta Kapoor, please.
You're in love with her dad.
I was.
Oh.
And then, but he chose to marry my
mom.
sister,
Yeah.
and he discovers that I have black magic
You play
powers.
both the sister and you?
No. So
Sister's gone, kaput.
Sister's gone.
Oh, sister's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Only
come
I
on, we have to
exist.
make
Drama,
it,
tragedy,
Yeah.
love, romance.
क्योंकि mermaid की माँ की कभी बहू थी.
And of course, a scientific fact that a mermaid can walk. I didn't know that, huh?
Yeah. So, yes, I'm the wicked witch who gives her...
Grief. So you're the villain, basically.
Yes,
in the
I'm the
piece.
villain.
And do you also sing?
Yeah.
Can we? Is it too much to ask him to sing a little bit?
You can ask Neelima to sing whatever she wants.
From the show.
No, I
Wouldn't
want
want
to
to?
go there. Yeah.
What about the
Not
young
as
lady,
yet.
the mermaid?
Oh,
Lot of
I'm
pressure?
not a good singer.
What do you mean you're not a good singer? I'm paying 2,000 rupees to come and see you sing. You're
After I practice.
You're a great mermaid.
Yeah.
Vishaal, why can't nobody's willing to sing here?
I don't know what's with them. I mean, I guess they sing on stage. They don't want to sing in the studio.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
intimidated by the great
Yeah.
Cyrus.
Why don't you come and see
Yeah.
I am. See, I bit my mic because of you.
He's saying he's going to be there for the free fruity, if not for you
No,
guys.
no,
Come
I'll
on.
pay and come as well. Don't worry. Okay, we won't force them. I don't want to force anybody to do anything. We'll move on from there. So you're the villain in a sense. You're like the heroine of the play.
Yeah.
And what is his role?
He's the director.
He's the
But he's not performing. He's not coming on stage.
No.
No special appearance.
Nope.
Okay. And how many kids are you working with?
There are 15 kids and 6 adults.
Isn't it a challenge? I know you mostly work with children and all that, but isn't it a bit of a challenge? Trying to get everyone to listen.
No, I think what's just challenging is juggling their schedules, nothing else. Once they're all there, they're having a blast. We're putting it up together. I mean, it's unbelievable what you can get kids to do on stage. I mean, things that you haven't imagined they're able to do, and they didn't think they could do it, but it's only the scheduling that gets insane.
And when they get a little famous and get more busy, they get even worse. They
Yeah,
misbehave more.
absolutely.
You have to have those contracts you used to have in America, 25-year contracts. Sign them up right now. So they can't go anywhere.
It's called a bond of slavery.
Bond of
Cyrus.
slavery. But keep that bond of slavery note forever, so you can do what you want. And don't let them work after that. They can just stay in the background dancers.
Right.
All right.
So we have like this little dell in which we shove them all in, and then we make them work whenever we want. Slave labor. It sounds great, yeah. I mean,
sounds exactly like what you're doing in any case, right?
Yeah, I mean, out of this horror story of Tom Sawyer on his island or something like that, where everybody's trapped.
Okay, let's get some good poetic moments from the show. Tell me, what are the 3 nicest things about your director? Maahi, come on.
It's a lot of fun working with him. It's a lot of... I get to learn a lot every day, actually. Every rehearsal, there's something new that we learn. He's very funny. His comments that he passes during rehearsals.
Are you allowed to contribute if you think something should be done in a certain way?
Yeah, you can, but you shouldn't.
She's laughing.
Because you'll get it back anyways.
So you can't contribute. My democratic egalitarian mindset is gone for a toss.
Dictatorship.
And he's a really good cook.
But how do you know that?
Because we have food
every
every
Which
day.
you yourself make, is it?
I do.
Like what kind of food?
Paneer Frankie.
Paneer Frankie.
Yeah, I mean, we have long rehearsals Saturday, Sunday, so I wake up early to cook lunch for all the kids. So we have this lunch buffet that's happening. Sometimes it's Chinese, sometimes it's Indian, sometimes it's pasta. And yeah, evening snacks. By then I'm tired, so then it's just popcorn and
You're irritated, you don't want to help them.
Yeah, then I
Or
want
feed them. You want-
okay,
you
it's
want
only
to
2 more hours and I'll go
you
back to your
want-
mums and dads. I'm
exactly,
done.
and you want to throw things at them by then, rather than feed them. Neelima, 3 outstanding things about the director that you like.
See, I watched his show many years back as an audience. I think I was totally enthralled by the...
Which one was that?
It was it was one of the Christmas shows. And I think he's super creative. What he brings to this, the small stage that we have, the platform that we have here in India, I think his productions are too big for it.
Really?
Yeah.
So who do you like better, Divya or Vishaal?
No, that's a tough question.
Come on, tell the truth.
No, why should
Come
I
on, this is
answer
all
that?
about truth.
No, I like them both.
No. If you have to say one,
I'm
if they were both
sorry.
hanging from a cliff, Divya and Vishaal, who would you pull up?
I have 2 hands and I'll pull them both up.
Okay,
Yeah?
if it was Divya, Vishaal and me, who would you pull up?
I'll still pull them both up and
Ah, damn it. Let you off
You
the hook.
forgot to tell us that she has 2 feet. She'd step on your hand, Cyrus, and say, here.
Oh, by the way, she's the one who pushed me off the cliff in the first place.
That's true.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah.
what's coming up in VAIPA now? We'll end with this again, but what's coming up? Anything else? Any new productions? Are you involved?
Not at the moment. At the moment, we're just doing this because we have 5 new productions coming up with JBC and school.
Okay.
So we're doing a whole lot of stuff with them, so which is why VAIPA only does 1 show a year.
Is that so?
Yeah. I mean, earlier we used to do 3, but since last year we've cut it down to 1.
Okay, Vishaal, I want you to shut your ears for a second because I have to ask them a personal question. How much are you guys getting paid? The silence?
Good enough.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable.
This is the Indian theatre we are talking about.
This is
It's
like
good enough.
asking Donald Trump about racism. There's just quiet.
But we don't do it for the money.
Oh, my.
See, I train them very
Wait
well.
till you get a husband and kids. You do everything for the money. Yeah. Neelima is keeping quiet. Her book will reveal everything. All right, let's get back to the show. It's on 23rd and 24th September at Sophia. And Vishaal himself will
22nd, 23rd.
22nd and 23rd. Why don't I get these
That's
dates
a
right?
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday, Sunday, the third weekend of September, 22nd and
Let's just
23rd, Sophia Baba Hall, Mumbai. And parking will be arranged by Vishaal, so do not worry. He will stand there and help you park your
Cyrus
car.
will be there as the valet.
But now you do have valet. You do have valet.
I know we
actually.
do.
Yeah, so this is not so bad. And then...
Cyrus is right. It is the 23rd and 24th.
Is it
It is the 23rd and 24th.
You are always right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, professional outfit here. Let's get to it. It's 23rd and 24th September. 23rd Saturday, 24th Sunday of September.
Right.
The Little Mermaid releases. Then if you find her, give her back to Vishaal because...
Yeah, please. Lost little soul.
she has to again work on 7th and 8th.
Yeah.
In between, he locks her up in a paneer Frankie, where she belongs. Okay, so that's the show. Any last words before we wind up? Let's promote the Little Mermaid. Neelima, what are we going to get to watch?
Beautiful costume, super direction, and I think it's just too larger than life for our Indian audience.
How many
They
people on
must come and
stage
watch it.
totally?
We are
30? 20?
About 22.
Yeah.
22 people. All right.
Yeah.
Maahi?
It's going to be full of dances and music, and
What is the age group you think that you'll really attract?
I think kids like 7 to 12 years old probably, and even more because it's Little Mermaid and it's a love story at the end. So
So if you see a creepy 65-year-old man sitting in the back, I mean, that's okay too, right?
Yes, totally.
Yeah, why
because
not?
I went there as an audience. many
You're not a
years back.
65-year-old creepy old man.
But
But you
doesn't
played that
matter.
part for Divya. And yet you
No,
don't
I
say
haven't-
Vishaal when I ask you
don't
a
mind
straight
playing
question.
that part as well. I have no qualms about that.
Oh.
But it's just that I personally would go and sit and watch a show like that. You know?
If you like music, you like music. If you like
Yes.
musical, it's a musical. Vishaal.
Well, come. It's going to be great fun, great story, great singing, great music, great dancing, lots of costumes, an LED wall backdrop, moving sets, the works. You're going to see stuff that has never been done before on the Indian stage because we've taken props and taken them to another level. We've got like stingrays which the actors are carrying and moving around, fish that are floating which are like 6 feet wide, 12 feet high.
These are real fish, by the way.
Yeah, the ones you can eat patrani machi
After
Yeah,
the show,
exactly.
if they haven't performed well.
So it's just a visual delight. That's what we're
Yeah.
looking at creating.
All right. The show is called Little Mermaid. It releases 23rd, 24th September. Please go and watch it. But thank you so much, Neelima, Maahi, and of course, Vishaal Asrani from VAIPA for coming here and talking to us on Cyrus Says. We leave you with a little scene from the play, from the musical. So here it is. Maahi is playing the Little Mermaid and I'm playing her dad. Go ahead. Beta, why are you late?
None of your business. Say it, come on.
none of your business.
How can you talk to your father like that? Have you finished your maths?
No.
All right, go and use the pool. Or your fin will get dry. And if your fin gets dry, you know what happens. It just gets all coursed up and curls up and you look really silly.
No, then I can walk up on land.
We have guests for dinner. And by guests, I mean we're eating them. So hurry up. It's called The Little Mermaid. Cyrus Says.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm May, and I'm a huge fan of the indie music scene in our country. A scene that's relatively underground, even though it sometimes speaks its head overground. But there's no shortage of talent, and I get the privilege of interviewing some of the most awesome musicians on my show. I've had the likes of Euphoria, Krish Kale, Hardcore, Randolph Correa. I've had singer-songwriters, folk singers, electronic music producers, playback singers, rappers, fusion artists, instrumentalists, classical musicians, and so on. Whether mainstream or not, these people have chosen to release their original music, and these are the people currently shaping the direction in which our music scene is heading. Join me on my show every Monday and tune in to discover the unique talent coming out of India today. You can catch Made in India on your favorite podcasting app or our very own IVM podcast app. If you have any questions for Cyrus, write to us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Or you can send an email to whatcyrussays@gmail.com.
Okay, and now we move into the AMAs, the most exciting part, I'm told by many people who've listened to our podcast. The AMAs with May and Amit.
Hey. 200 episodes.
Can you answer for Amit also? Because he's not said anything.
Hello, hello.
200 episodes.
I can't believe this. Aren't you proud of yourself? Should I pat you on the back?
It's a bad dream come true, to be honest, really. Just unbelievable.
Aren't you proud, Amit? Isn't this awesome?
200, I don't think...
You're the first podcast
The
on
only
IVM.
thing I can think of, and I mean this with no disrespect, that I've done 200 times is, you know what? The thing you do alone with a magazine. Nothing else. I can't think of anything else I've done. Really.
That was
Take
your
it down?
biggest...
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
But this is kind of awesome. Amit, this is great. Your first
I know.
show, 200 episodes.
200 episodes. I know, it's great, man.
If Amit had emotions, he'd also be happy. But
I am
know.
very, very happy. I don't know how to... I can't contain my happiness. That's how happy I am.
I know.
I will pat both of you on the
I
back.
thought you'll fall apart with your happiness. Stop it. Hold back.
It's too much. It's overwhelming.
Ouch.
Okay, so I have a question for you from Pallavi, who says, if you were a god man, what would your name be?
There's poor Ram Rahim. Not poor Ram Rahim, but yeah, that's the favourite of the month. I always think that if you don't have a long name, you're not a good god man. You can't have a name like just Vishwa. It's got to be much more than that, right? So I was thinking I would have to have a name like Saira Vengatula Palayamba Umbala. Because the moment you have a long name, it just announces greatness.
It does. The more syllables you have, the more power you have.
More power.
The more so.
It's a
but
proven
that's kind of
fact.
weird. This is for a name for a god man has to be longer. But like gods, it's just like short. It's like one word. Vishnu,
But then you're a real
Brahma,
god. But then you're a
Shiva.
real god.
Like-
So you have power. Real power.
Yeah,
Here we are
exactly.
creating fake power. So you need the name. The name helps.
Yeah, the name does.
I would
Length
go for
is
long name.
power. Is that what you guys say?
Beautifully put. Beautifully put.
This is why you had me
person.
here.
Yes. Now, unhygienic question number 2, please.
What's the weirdest thing you've seen in someone else's home? This is from Chinmay.
I've seen a boat in somebody's house.
A boat?
And they're rich people and they had an
Any
actual
kind of boat?
boat, you know,
Inside
but
the
like a
house.
7-foot long, a boat. Like a...
Why inside the house?
Now,
That's
that's
kinda
what
weird.
we asked them as politely as we could, but they thought it was great. Sometimes people should be taxed just for having
Yeah,
money, but not for the reasons we tax them. Just because,
For
your money...
dumbassery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like having a boat?
yeah, dumbass.
So what is the most stupid thing you've
tax.
seen?
I don't know. I think I've seen a koi pond in somebody's house.
Really?
Yeah.
How big?
Probably fairly large, man.
Well, why? Why was it there? Trying to drown his wife?
It's showing off, right? At some point,
Yeah, that's
this
the
is-
same thing with the boat.
Yeah,
it's
same with the
It just
boat.
makes no sense.
Why would you
put the
have-
boat in the river? Put the
Yeah.
pond in the pond. It
Exactly.
makes no sense.
Why would you have a pond inside your house?
Why don't we get them to meet? The boat can go in the pond.
Oh, well done.
We'll exchange numbers.
Bringing people
Post the
together.
show. Yeah, that's us.
I do not inside someone's house, but I know a friend of mine who had a very the backyard that he had was really, really nice. So it wasn't in the house; it was like outside the house. So he had a very, very narrow backyard. But he decided to construct a yoga room that took over like half of the backyard, and it made no sense because he had a really pretty backyard, and he just ruined it by putting a yoga room in there.
Okay.
But it's outside the house.
Yeah, technically.
But aesthetically, you weren't happy because you
No, it
saw
just
him in.
looked really weird.
She saw him
because
in weird
you basically
positions.
You walk out and you see this little bit
And you
of
greet
grass and this,
greet
like,
him with his
wooden
bum up,
structure.
and I can understand. You're like, how are you doing? His legs part, and he says hello with his toes. So it can be embarrassing.
Yeah, but it's
Fair
so
enough.
nice to have done. I mean, if you made a platform or something and to do yoga out in the open makes sense, but they made a
I've written a
room.
book called Indians and Aesthetics. Oh my God, it's just pages and pages of mistakes.
Of a lack.
Yes.
All right. What should a fan do when you message your favorite actor online and they don't reply?
I think switch to the next actor. I mean, you give them one chance for your loyalty and love, and if you don't get the response, then move on. Of course, it's coming from me who doesn't do anything on the internet.
Yeah,
but
That's
exactly.
also true. That's
Have you
tough.
ever responded to anybody? Do you know
I
that there's
know,
a
but
reply
you-
do you know what
function
it
in
means
Twitter?
to be a
it's a
fan,
mental block for me.
Cyrus?
I just can't get around to doing all these things.
I'm seeing you more and more on Twitter, though. Especially, I mean, like when you get irritated, especially, I see it happening. Right?
is
Yeah,
true.
but you can't just pontificate about traffic. It's like you have your own madness
No,
in your
but
head.
that's what you're
There's
doing.
got to be more to it
Pretty
than that.
much.
I've seen you. I saw you bitched out Jet Airways a while ago, and then
Yeah,
yeah.
that backfired slightly. Yes.
My mom on Twitter, all she does is complain about banks.
Yeah.
And then when they are really nice to her, she's like, well, hats off to Revati. She was really great to manage my issue. On Twitter.
But that's good. See, that's the fallback where the internet actually works.
Yeah.
When things go through or the criticism is well met and responded to in a positive
But
way
that's
by
her
the people
threat.
as well.
Anyone
Yeah.
treats, any establishment treats her
But
badly.
imagine
she's
you
like,
do
I will
that.
tweet.
But do that with
That's
your
her
wife
threat.
or your relatives. Imagine you go like, oh, my wife, you were really mean to me today and you didn't look very good and your breath smelled. Just supposing on Twitter.
Yeah.
And the response would never be good. The bank would be better.
The bango. You feel like you would get a positive response from...
Yes.
But now, like, to tweet about something is a threat now to anyone, to a bank. It's
But let's get back to the main question here, which is what do you do to your favorite actor when he doesn't respond? And I think not all of them are like Amitabh Bachchan, who loves responding and is on it all the time. Plenty aren't. You can switch to, and here's my list. KRK is always available. He looks for fans all the time. So there are options.
My assumption is that most of them don't do this stuff themselves. So I mean, like, if you're getting a response also, you're probably not getting
You'll
it
be
from
surprised.
the actor
I did an event with Boman Irani, who apparently is an actor, and in the Hyderabad airport, we spent 3 hours, and he would not stop tweeting, retweeting, conversing, interacting with all kinds of people online. And I was like, who's this guy? He's Madhu from Madurai. I said, okay, but you know him? No. I'm like,
but he's a fan.
But he's hooked on it. So he just kills time doing it. So, and not everyone is Sohail Seth or Kunal Vijayakar, people on his list.
Yeah. But you know what? I'll tell you something else. I had this rapper from Tripura who's really popular there, and he told me that someone sent him a Facebook message and he responded. So this guy's like, I don't believe it's you. Same thing, same issue. This whole like, oh, it must be someone else on your Facebook and Twitter. So the fan, he responded back to him, said, hey, thank you so much for your support for my music, blah, blah, and directly responded to him. The fan was like, I don't believe it's you. Prove it. And this guy's like, I'm not going to prove it.
Yeah, well, what?
You either believe me or you don't. But then now it's become this thing. It could go wrong where even when you actually respond, they don't believe you.
The rapper goes to your house at night with a gun and, puts pill on your face and says, now do you believe me? Mother. Father.
All right. Last question. Who do you think should be Indian PM's resident animal? Something along the lines of Larry the cat from the UK.
Well, very good question. I would like a canine because I'm a huge dog fan. But I'm thinking since this government really likes cows and buffaloes, why don't they keep a buffalo?
Sure.
Or a cow.
As the pet.
Yeah. Because it's one thing to have an animal, like a holy animal, but you just see after that, nobody really cares. Look at the elephant.
I love how that Amitabh went silent. And like,
in Maharashtra, we have the elephant god, Ganpati. We have, and it's a big deal. And everybody, even non-Hindus participate. I've gone. But the whole thing is at the end of the day, what do we do for elephants? The actual elephants.
Nothing.
Not nothing.
Nothing.
The connection between the actual cows, the actual elephants, the actual dogs. Yeah. So I'm going to go with a gorilla. Because it's not native to India, and it's our way of accepting globally everything. So a silverback gorilla. And don't say we already have a couple in politics. All right? Don't say that.
Really?
No, but that's really interesting to have your national animal as something that's endangered.
Isn't that inclusive and globalizing?
That makes more sense than any old animal.
Hitting your chest and being jingoistic and saying, my peacock bigger than your peacock.
All right. Let's ask one more question. All right. Okay. If you were to give a number, what do you think your mental age would be? This is from Pulkit.
Pulkit, I'm going to have to just stop you there for a second because I just think this is not a very interesting question. It's a silly question because we all have different mental ages. You see, you regress with certain people.
Right.
You over-intellectualize with certain people. You over-analyze with certain people. God forbid the traffic cops.
You're like giving a serious
No,
answer.
I'm telling you.
I'm so done.
Never ever ask me that question because there is no age.
I agree with you.
It's just fluid. It just keeps changing.
No, I agree
for
with
me, it's madness because I go through 15 age groups in 20 minutes. Yeah. And I don't know who I am sometimes. And I will come back and say, how can I say that to that old lady? How could I tell her she looked like a Pomeranian? But I meant it like a 9-year-old, not like a 35-year-old. It's insulting.
But no one can tell because
no one can tell. But we all, don't we all do that?
Yeah.
Don't you do that?
You do that. Depending on who you're interacting with, you talk to them.
You slip in and out.
You get into that. If you're talking to your school friends from back then, then you get into like that whole school thing.
And if someone was dying in front of your car, you wouldn't be like, I got 3 jokes that I got from Bishwa in the comedy club. I'd like to share them with you as you die. By the way, preferred language of experience as I tell my joke? No, you can't. So I think it's a switch.
Yeah.
So Pulkit never asked that question.
Okay.
Never asked that question.
You got just slammed, Pulkit.
Yeah, Pulkit. You got jacked.
I like Pulkit. I just wanted to.
You just
use a gruff voice. Because I'm 11 right now. All right, I think that's all we have time for. Bye-bye. You guys are too much. Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps. Please, we beg you, we need you. If you have any questions, write to us online and you can mail us as well. We will answer. We have a doctor in the house called me.
And that's what Cyrus says.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Sorry to say, but there's been a slight delay due to the apocalypse having suddenly begun. As you can see, there's death, destruction, and chaos taking place all around us. But don't you worry, food and drinks will be served shortly, and I would recommend checking out IVM Podcasts to get some of your favorite Indian podcasts. We'll keep you going till this whole thing blows over. Thank you.